fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Good morning, and I hope you're as excited as we are for today's practice session here at the Shanghai International Circuit. This 5.45 kilometre track provides both low-speed cornering and a long high-speed straight, a combination that will challenge even the most experienced driver. A lot of focus is naturally on the drivers, but it's really important for the mechanics to get everything right as well, as one little mistake could cost the team and one of their drivers the race result.
These guys are so meticulous and they train and perfect everything that they do. Without question, they feel the pressure in the same way as the drivers, and they share the responsibility to ensure that the car makes it to the end of the race.
Hey guys, my name's Suze Gaming and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm back with part 3 of my saving Vandoorne career mode here in China for the Chinese Grand Prix, obviously. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident for this Grand Prix. Bahrain was just an absolute write-off. That was just disappointment. That was I'm not happy with how that went, but it was a tricky race, tricky AI, because they're just so good there. But here we are in China. Should be a better track for us, hopefully. I mean, it's better for me, even though we've had a little mistake, as you just see there, as we go wide into the double left-hander and then lose the back end. But we do set a couple of lap times. We set a lap time on the softs, I think. And then we do go faster, well, 11 seconds faster, I'm pretty sure I said. We set 1:36.5, which actually is 6th fastest, but it's only in practice, so qualifying is going to be more representative of where we actually are, which should be good. But yeah, we're faster than our teammates so far. He was only set lap times on the softs, so it's not really, you can't really judge too much where we're going to be. But hopefully we are hopefully we're about the same position we are now. That'd be nice, but I doubt we will be, considering we got Kimi Räikkönen, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen all behind us, so they all need to set like proper lap times. So in qualifying, I think around the end, well, back end of the top 10, that should be where we are. But let's go and find out where we will be for qualifying in the Chinese Grand Prix in this Vandoorne career mode.
We'd like to welcome you from wherever in the world you join us today for this F1 qualifying session here in Shanghai, China. I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily, it's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
So here we are in Q1 on our first run. I'm pretty sure this is. We're going to set. Well, we're currently going to be. Well, we're going to be a lot slower than Hamilton. We're actually faster than Hartley though. We can set a 1:35.4, which is about 2 seconds slower than Hamilton, which isn't really that good, to be honest. But we're going to go set another lap time. Here we are, ending the qualifying. We're currently P16. Can we get ourselves into Q2? Yes, we can, with a pretty decent result. P9. I'm happy with that. I'll take P9 any day. If we start P9, I'll be happy with that. That would be lovely. But by the looks of it, I don't think Alonso actually got through. No, Alonso is actually unfortunately out. So is Hartley and Gasly, Sirotkin and Stroll. Nothing really unexpected there. Bit of a shame that Alonso's out, but hey ho, what can you do? But this is us going on our last flying at, really. No, wait. No, that was us. This is us starting our fastest lap time in Q2. I'm pretty sure anyway. We set a 1:36.7 originally, which put up P15, so it's not really that good. We're going to be currently last, but as we go to the end of the second sector, actually, we are a second faster from that previous lap time, I'm pretty sure it says. Kind of hard to see, but as we're coming up to the last corner now, we're out of ERS, so this is not really good. I'm really bad at controlling the ERS and qualifying. But up to the line, we go P9 once again. We've gone P9 both times in a row in the qualifying sessions. Where will we finish in Q3? That's the real question. Will it be P9 again? Unfortunately, Daniel Ricciardo's actually out of the qualifying, which is a bit of a shock. Ocon's out, so's Grosjean and Leclerc and Ericsson, so both the Saubers. But biggest story of that is the bloody Red Bull. How's he managed to get? How's he not managed to get through? That's a bit of a shock. But it's time for Q3 now. So let's see what we set. This is our first flying lap. We cut the corner at the final corner. We're going to set at 1:36, 7.7, which is a very, very sloppy time. So that's why we're P10 at the end of Q3. And as we're going to go on to our second flying lap in this session. Yeah, we're currently last, so we need to improve. We're only 20 seconds to go, so we will be the last person to set a lap time. So hopefully it's a very, very good lap time. But through the snail section at turn 1, we lose time mid-apex, but we gain it back as we get to the apex. I mean, before the apex we lose time, and then when we get to the actual apex, that's when we gain our time. Turn 2, we lose some time, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm always really sloppy around there, but up to the hairpin, end of sector 1, getting a power down early on the exit, as you just saw there. We did have a, yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there, but we flat out through this left-hander and the right-hander. You only have to brake until you get about halfway through. That's what I find on this McLaren. These corners, you literally could lift off and get through. Easy peasy. But yeah, this is the trickiest part of the circuit that we have left. That corner there, if you get on the curb, it will spin you around. If you get on the curb on the exit of this one really badly, it will just slingshot you around the outside, losing you plenty of time. Not really what you want, so that's why we didn't go on the curb. We're going to gain a lot of time on the exit as well as the AI, most AI lift off, which is a bit unfortunate, I find. It's like a bit of an advantage for us. But into the hairpin, heavy braking, easy turning, hit the apex, clipping the curb. Don't want to get on the curb on the exit. I did cut it a bit short there. I could have gone about a little bit further. But now the final corner, very, very wide, missing the apex, which is a bit unfortunate there. Go up to the line. Where are we going to be starting the Grand Prix? It looks P8 for the Chinese Grand Prix. That is the first time we've gone higher than P9, which is very, very fortunate. But yeah, I'm happy with that. P8 is a very, very good position to qualify in. Ahead of the two Renaults. One of the Red Bulls is behind us as well, don't forget. We did actually get out qualified by Magnussen and Perez, which isn't really a surprise. I mean, Perez definitely should have out qualified us. The Haas is a little bit faster than us, but not as fast as they showed in the real life Grand Prix at the start of the season. They was really, really fast at the start. Well, Australia definitely, which has had many talks to believe that they're pretty much using the old Ferrari, but it didn't really come to part. But now it's time for the Chinese Grand Prix, so I'm going to hand you over to Anthony Davidson and David Croft for the analysis before the Grand Prix.
It's now time to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. It's time for the Chinese Grand Prix here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing, and the clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
So before the off, Let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Kimi Räikkönen starts today from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, and Magnussen, Perez, Vandoorne, Hülkenberg, and Carlos Sainz, Ricciardo, Ocon, Romain Grosjean, and Leclerc, Ericsson, Alonso, Brendan Hartley, and Pierre Gasly. Sirotkin and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we are, sat on the grid, ahead of the Chinese Grand Prix. We're going to be starting out soft tyres, as that's what we use to get into Q3. We, unfortunately, they only last about 5 laps, according to that. We could take them further, but I feel like the ultimate undercut could happen with the if we pit early. So that is what I'm going to do. Hopefully it works out as we have a little bit of puff of smoke as we accelerate off the line. Yeah. This should be a pretty decent Grand Prix for us. We need to get ahead of those the Force India and the Haas. That is our main priority for this Grand Prix. Excluding bloody hell, what are they called? DNFs. P7 should be our ultimate goal. I feel like it should be possible, but I'm not hoping for that. I'm hoping I can guarantee a top 10. That's what I feel like. I'm so confident I can get a top 10, but we only have to wait and see where we come as we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out, and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. And already behind us, the Red Bull and the Renault. We're going 4 wide into turn 1. Oh my god, the Renault's been pushed wide by the other Renault as well as the Red Bull. That was an amazing start by the Red Bull. We've already moved past Perez, and we're going to go around the outside of the Haas on into turn 2 / turn 3. He's got a really bad exit, so we might have to go around the outside into the hairpin. But here comes Perez up our inside. We're going to go round the outside over the curb on Magnussen there. We're going to have the outside line. He's going to have a better traction. His wheels on the curb for traction, as well as Perez. Perez is going to have a little go round the outside of the left-hander. The sweeping left-hander, as some of you might know, is my favourite corner of the track. And one of my favourite corners all time. But yeah, what a start. 4 wide into turn 1. That was fantastic. But now into turn 1 in the hairpin. Cold brakes. We've gone very deep. We haven't locked up. But Perez has unfortunately managed to scrape past us there, so we've dropped down to P8. But into turn 2 / 1, this is what I mean. AI are so like a little bit slow there, mid corner, so that gives us an advantage. And we're going to take that and get past Perez. We still got Magnussen in front of us though, which is unfortunate. Let's have another look at that again. Squeezing past Perez, he slows down a lot there. So Grosjean's now on his tail. Hopefully they can fight, and hopefully that means we can get away. That would be lovely. But Perez is having another go into the hairpin a lap later from what he did last time. This time we actually make the hairpin though. But he's still on our outside as we run up into turn 2. Kimi Räikkönen is now leading the Grand Prix as he sets a purple lap time. So we squeeze Perez out, and we've kept P7 just for now. But here we go again. Like in Bahrain, we've had the same problem. The long straights just giving... Our car is just not good enough. So we got Grosjean as well as Perez. Both going past us. Perez was guaranteed to go past us, but Grosjean was a bit of a shot. Perez has now had a better exit than us as from the hairpin, so we're going to go round the outside. No, we're not. We're actually going to dive into the pits for a very, very, very early pit stop. We were supposed to come in on lap 5, but we've come in on lap 3. 2 laps. We're undercutting on the undercut. That is what we're doing right now. Which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. I don't know why it's a bit of a shame. Which is a bit of a shock, I feel. Yeah, like, this could be a good strategy. We are going to go on the soft tyres. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect right now, to be honest. But 6 laps later, on lap 9, everyone else is, well, a couple of other people are coming in for their pit stop. Hülkenberg, Alonso, Leclerc, they're all coming into pits. But Magnussen It's just coming out of the pits. Are we going to be able to gain on Magnussen? We're right behind him. But we got it up the inside into turn 1/turn 2. I'm not sure what it is. But we've actually managed to jump. The undercut has worked. It's managed to get us ahead of Magnussen. Where is Perez? That's the real question. But we're on lap 10 now. We've got Stroll. We're just going to go up the inside as we nearly... Oh my god. We nearly dived into the bloody back of Sirotkin. We nearly did a bloody Max Verstappen there. From real life where he took out Vettel. But Stroll's in the pits now. So, Stroll. I nearly said, like, I mixed Sergei Sirotkin as well as Stroll up there. It's a bit of a shame. But more cars in the pits. But we're now stuck behind Sergei Sirotkin as we are in P10. We're back into the points. We're going to go round the outside. What a move. Lovely move there from us, if I do say so myself. Round the outside of the Russian. In the sweeping right hand. Like, oh. I'm sorry, that was a nice move. I don't care what you say. I'm counting that as a nice move. Around the outside, it does lift off a tad there, mid-apex, but hey ho, we managed to get the position back. We're up into P9. We've got Daniel Ricciardo ahead of us. So is Gasly. Gasly's actually managed to get passed by Danny Rick as he pits. So P8 is where we are now. Perez has now been passed as he's also in the pits. So we've managed to gain a lot of time on Perez and gain a position from the pit stop. So we're up into P7 now. We've managed to get in front of Magnussen as now Perez is going round the outside into the first hairpin on the track. Yeah, lap 15. Here comes Perez up the inside of the swooping right-hander, left-hander actually, that goes into the right-hander. Yeah, I'm very happy with that pit stop. That undercut worked fantastically. I'm quite happy with that as now on lap 18. Here comes Perez. Up the inside into the hairpin. He's, well, we've now got our own teammate behind us. He's actually come out in front of Magnussen. So that's fantastic from Fernando. But now round the inside, well, we're on the inside going into the final corner. It's actually Alonso trying to come in on lap 19. I'm pretty sure that he did. I'm pretty sure that's the car. But into turn 1 with DRS, Perez has got upper inside. But turn 2/1, I'm not sure what corner this is. I'm going to call it turn 1. Because it's still the same corner in my opinion. But up the inside of turn 2, Argy squeezed him out wide there. That was unintentional, but now further on in the lap, here we are. Perez, I actually know it's Magnussen. Magnussen's managed to get past Perez because of what happened just earlier. But we've managed to keep Magnussen ahead behind us until he gets a better exit than us. I'm not sure. The AI seems to get a lot better exit than us through that corner, but that's giving us DRS. In the start-finish straight, we're going to have Rich Mix. Are we? No, we're not. We're going to stick in slipstream with DRS. Going up the inside into turn 1. Here we go. Brake a tad bit later than him. Just lifting off, coasting. That's what we do here. And we only brake until we get to this. We actually can see the apex. But at 29 now, we're into the pits. We do have bloody Lewis Hamilton there. Good job there's no gravel. Otherwise, that could have been race ending, which could have been very unfortunate. But now at 30. Pit stop for our second set of soft tyres. It's going to go 26 laps, probably. Because I doubt we're not going to get lapped. 26, 27 laps, that's what they're going to take. We're currently P13. P16 now, 17, 18, 19. Are we going to get past Stroll? Yeah, well, Stroll didn't actually pass. It's actually P18. I thought it was P17, 19 there. But Perez is holding up Hartley there. What happened to Perez? Perez pitted a lap early. That's trying to undercut. He's managed to get it to work, but now he actually held up Hartley. But Hartley's got slipstream and DRS on the Mexican, so that's why he's managed to get past us. But we're on the inside of the Mexican as well as in Kiwi. What? But the better exit from Perez here. But we're going to go the inside into the final corner. Are we? No, we're not. But this is going to give us DRS down the start-finish straight and slipstream. Are we going to enter Rich Mix? No, we're not. We're going to stick in the slipstream. No. And we're going to have DRS up the inside into turn 1. Contact with sideways contact once again. But we managed to get into P16. We managed to get past the Mexican driver there. Squeeze the door on us there a little bit. Bit of a shame from Perez there. I mean, we've definitely not done that to him, but hey-ho. But now at 31, around the snail section, part 2. This is what, I mean, the AI lift off here. Look how easy that overtake was. That was bloody piss poor from Grosjean there. Gasly. His name's Gasly, not Grosjean. I don't know why I said that, but now this is the AI. The two Sauber drivers messing each other up. Leclerc went up the inside of Ericsson. Ericsson went wide, just giving us the opportunity to pass Ericsson. But we're also going to go with DRS around the outside of both the Saubers, as Ericsson's now at the inside of his teammate. We've now managed to pass both the Saubers in a space of a straight and half a corner. Fantastic there. Magnussen's now in the pits, so we managed to gain even more time on the Danish driver. But now at 34, Ocon's going to be in the pits. So Sainz, is Grosjean? Yes, Grosjean is. Fernando Alonso still going, but he has got to pit one more time. So I'm not sure what happened here. But now, look, there's 19 drivers now as we've passed Lewis Hamilton, who's out of the Grand Prix. And Fernando is now finally into the pits. So that's moved us into P6. P6 we're now in. So this is fantastic. Best of the rest so far. As Grosjean's now going up or inside into the hairpin. But we're going to go round the outside. He's on the medium tyres as it stands. So a little bit of argy-bargy there, to be honest. Not happy with that, to be honest. But this is going to give us better access. Grosjean is locked up into the final corner. It's going to give us a better run on him. We're going to have DRS as well. Slipstream. This is the probably same move we've done twice before. Up the inside. Perez closed the door on us. But Grosjean leaves us the room. Fantastic racing, and this is a fantastic race so far. Best race of the season, probably, I feel. It's only the third race though, so that's probably why. But Grosjean's now up our outside. We're going to send it up the inside again. I thought he was on the medium tyres. He's actually on the softs, so that's my bad. But this is pretty much what the race is going to be about. The race is pretty much just going to be that long straight. Magnussen's now. Actually, Magnussen has passed us now. I thought Grosjean had passed us. Magnussen got passed by Grosjean. Grosjean got passed by Magnussen. And we've managed to... Yeah, I think Grosjean's still on the... no, they're both on the soft tyre. What am I talking about? But Grosjean's now going around my outside. So, yeah, I'll be rambling on about who's who. Grosjean was having a little look at us there. 51 though. 18 runners are left. We're P5 as one of the Red Bulls, I'm pretty sure, is out of the Grand Prix. Max Verstappen, as Magnussen's now going around there outside into the hairpin. I'm pretty sure it was K-Mag. Max Verstappen that was out of the Grand Prix. But we're going to go round the outside of K-Mag into the final corner. He's going to have a better exit than us, but we're going to have DRS as well as Slipstream and Rich Mix as we've got Grosjean to defend from now. So hopefully we can defend from him, but we're going to go up the inside into turn 1. On that 53, we've also got one of the Ferraris, pretty sure it's Kimi Räikkönen, at the back of this little train. So if we can get Kimi Räikkönen to lap those two cars, but not lap me, I feel we could get them lapped. They would have to finish on lap 55, but we'd have a whole lap by ourselves, so that we didn't have to, so that we can guarantee P5. But we've got up the inside, cutting the corner there in the final corner, which is a bit unfortunate. But here we are. This is where our plan's going to come. Losing the back end there. If you look in the mirror, Grosjean's been passed by Kimi, and now Magnussen's just been passed, I'm pretty sure. But now 55, this is Kimi going up or inside. We need to dive him now if our tactic's going to work. We're going to go to the inside. He's locked up. Magnussen's also on our inside, so this is not good. We need Magnussen to go away. Are we going to go up? We're going to still side by side around the final corner. We squeezed it out wide. Come on, Kimi. Kimi, come on. Come on, you can do it, Kimi. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Kimi Räikkönen has won the Grand Prix. And he's also managed to get in front of K-Mag. So we just need to finish the Grand Prix. That's literally all we have to do is finish the Grand Prix. And this is what we're going to do. P5, the best result yet in the Chinese Grand Prix. Oh my god, race of the season so far. I'm so happy with that Grand Prix. So happy with that position. Oh my god. I could not be happier right this second. Which is fantastic. That really is fantastic. I'm so happy. Kimi Räikkönen getting the win. Sebastian Vettel coming second, and third was Lewis Hamilton, I'm pretty sure that is. It might be Bottas, to be honest. I'm not really sure. But whatever it is, I'm happy. P5, that is... It's actually Bottas. P5, fantastic result. Look at that. Also, Fernando Alonso getting P10. That's a great effort from the McLaren boys. That is 11 points towards our championship. It sounds really bad, 11 points for 2 cars, even though like a win's 25 points. But for our midfield team, that is like the jackpot. That's like a win. Considering, well, P5 is like a win because that's like, well, best of the rest in this Grand Prix because 2 people are out. But if the Red Bull and the Mercedes both didn't retire, P7, that would have been a win. Like, so that's fantastic. Fantastic result. Yeah, it was Max up, and there's confirmation. Sergei Sorokin has come last, but we've moved up into P7 for the championship. Alonso is also, he's actually moved down into P11 because we took him. K-Mag's also moved up, so is Bottas, Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen. They've all moved up a couple of positions, which is fantastic. But yeah, I feel we've actually moved up into P5 in the constructors as well, with 6 other points for our name in the other Grand Prix, the other 2 Grand Prix, Australia, and I don't know if Alonso got points in Belgium, Bahrain. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed the race of the season. Obviously, just gaming, and I'll see you in Azerbaijan. Bye.